So, good morning or good night, good evening, depending on where you are in this world, and welcome to a very goth album review of the new AFI. And it's called, I gotta put my glasses on back again, Silver Bleeds the Black Song. So, AFI is a band that I've been listening to for quite a while, since like the 2000s. And I know they started more as a punk band, but they have been evolving their sound, and they've always had a hint of like 80s goth to them. But on this album they went full 80s goth, and I love it. You know what, it really suits the band on what they're doing on this record. And yes, this is an album that they're really like Davey Havoc, the singer, is really singing very differently from what he's done in the past. He's doing that more like lower register, like coffee, like type of like sound. Like think of bands like Sisters of Mercy, Echo and the Bunnymen, The Cure, uh, Bauhaus, just to name a few. And that's the sound of this record. And this record is only like 10 tracks, 34 minutes in left. So it's a record that flies by pretty quickly. And I know, I saw the interview that he did, and all you could think about right now is Davey Havoc's hair. Yes, that's what his hair looks like now. And I know it has like a weird look of porn, but we're not here to talk about Davey Havoc's new hair, which obviously it's something that is being talked about recently. We're here to talk about the music. So they released three singles for this upcoming album, and it was Behind the Clock, Holy Visions, and Aspect in a Green Eye. And all of the three singles really had me excited. I like them because I thought like when I heard the first single, which was Behind the Clock, I'm like, Davey Havok is like behind the clock. He sounds like different from like other AFI, and I love the vocals on this one. It sounds very deep, and I like the tone of it. It feels like a mysterious track, and I thought, I wonder if the rest of the album will sound like this, or if this is like a one-off. But then we get Holy Visions, and Holy Visions, I love the chorus, like Holy Visions, like, and the synth work on it, it's really stand out. And I thought like, wow, this is even, I like both of them, I like them. So I was like very excited for this record, and it has that full 80s sound, which really suits the band. Like it's like the perfect sound for this band. So the first single that they released, Aspects in a Green Eye, I thought that one was a little bit more like the sound of it, it's a little bit faster paced than the other ones in terms of, in some parts. And I don't know why I got reminded of like like playing like Grand Theft Auto, the Miami one, the Vice City one. It had that vibe. Like I thought of like a flock of seagulls, but cooler on this track. And yeah, this one, I love it again. And I thought, okay, all the three singles are great. So what about the rest of the album? So I gotta say, the rest of the album is just as good, or sometimes it can be even better than the singles. They keep those 80s goth synth vibes
Oh, goth stuff, goth magazines, goth music, goth food.
most of these tracks. And they start with a song like Bird of Prey, and it's a goth but more psychedelic. And I like the drumming on that one. Then you got Blasphemy and Excess, which sounds like a mixture of like grunge goth. I don't know why I got reminded of Days of the New, but more if they sounded goth on that track. So I like that experimentation. And then you had songs like Boyward, I Bend Back, which has that great post punk. And I gotta give props on this album to the bass. The bass really shines on every track on this record. And then Davey Havoc's vocals. I think the vocals on this album are great. I like that he's doing different things. Maybe his range is not what it used to be on like later tracks, and I still, even though they're more goth on this album, it still sounds like you can tell it's AFI. So I think this is a surprise album of the year for me. I knew I liked the singles, but I didn't know if like the whole album would like grab my full attention. But I gotta say, it really did. This is a great release by AFI, and I think if you like all those bands that we've been discussing, you will like this record. If you wanted more of like old school, like punk vibes from AFI, you're not gonna get that on this record, but you are getting better songwriting, amazing music, and even though they have a sound that is like from the 80s, it kind of sounds fresh to the ears because maybe so many bands are not doing this type of music in 2025. So it makes AFI stand out in a way. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of AFI Silver Breeds the Black Sun? Comment down below and let me know what you think of this record. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, Couchers, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on the couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.